Hey, Little Biscuits and Sun-Dried Tomatoes. It's Brandon Collins back with another interview from an Africa Roundtable. This interview is with the stars and director of the new Amazon Prime film, Emergency. Now, Emergency is one of my favorite films out of the film festival circuit from the past few months, and I highly recommend it if you're looking for a new spin on the college experience. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our Medium Popcorn YouTube page so you get alerted about all future reviews and interviews. Special thanks as always to Africa for this dope opportunity. Now here's my brief interview with stars RJ Cyler, Donald Elise, and director Carey Williams.
Hi, everybody. Brandon Thompson, Video and Popcorn Podcast. What do you hope will really resonate with audiences in regards to emergency and the dilemmas it says about young men of color at these higher education institutions that are predominantly white? And my question's for both of you.
I always felt like what I want young men of color to take away from this film is just to be open and vulnerable with their friends and their loved ones, and not feel that they can't show and be honest with their friends and loved ones. That's why the lab scene that happens in the end towards the end of the film was the scene I wanted to shoot the most, because there was this catharsis that happens between the two of them that I felt was beautiful. And the way Donald and RJ, embody that scene and portrayed that emotion. I cried during the shooting of that scene. And because I was like, this is the one I wanted to do the most, and I couldn't have asked for a better, portrayal. I think, as far as the being Black on a predominantly white institution.
Been there. I undergrad and grad, I went to Greensboro College for undergrad, and then I went to LSU for graduate school. And people were like, "Oh man, you're going to Louisiana?" I'm like, yeah, I'm excited. All I know is LSU football. So I'm like, "Oh yeah." And I get there, I'm like, dang. Where are we at? Where is it? And then it's interesting because when you're in a situation like that and you have a certain stature, like, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not a big guy, but I'm not like a small guy. So the first thing that people say are, "Hey, do you play basketball? Do you run track? Are you on the football team?" Like, "No, I'm here for theater." And they look at you like, "What? Wait, what? Okay, all right." But it's always athletics first and never academics. And I wish that would change. I really wish that would change. But what I want people to take away, young men of color and just anyone, is just an understanding and an empathy for the other. Just open your eyes to someone else's situation and put yourself in someone else's shoes, and don't be so quick to judge, and it's okay. We can disagree without being disagreeable, if that makes sense. So.
Thank you. Great film. And Donald, I ran into a party at South by Southwest recently. I told you killed it in this movie, and I'm saying it again, you killed this one.
Oh man, thank you. Was it cold? Was it the outside party?
Or was it was indoors somewhere. It was indoors in the building.
Man, I apologize about that. We had a lot of fun at South.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Everybody, Brandon Collins again. My question's for RJ. I've been a fan of yours since Meet Earl and the Dying Girl, and I'm really curious. What was it about Emergency that made you want to add this film to your filmography?
Yeah, it really was. Hey, look, I got this so I'm a very loyal person, right? And me and Carey did a film. Well, how long ago was that?
It was literally like the year before.
Yeah, 2 years. And it's R#J, Romeo and Juliet, and that's the first thing we worked on. And on that film, I was like, "Oh yeah." Like, whatever you got going, I'm down for it if you need me. Yeah. And so when my team sent me Emergency and told me that Carey was doing it, I was like, all right, word. So not just are we going to try our best to get into this movie, right? We're going to make sure that it happens now.
Yeah.
And then I got to read the script, and it was literally like it's a love story between two, friends. Like that's
Yep.
exactly what it is. And I love the fact that it was between two black men, which we don't get to see black men actually show each other that we love. Like, you feel me? And so it just had all the components of a good ass pie, excuse my French. And and then to see that the writing wasn't stretching or reaching for the subject to be overly jarring, right? To make people feel something. Because this is a subject that we definitely have movies on, but I feel like they go so over the top with, either the victim standpoint or the, antagonist standpoint that you then just get sick of the movie and you just feel like it's either going to leave you depressed or angry at your neighbor for no reason. Like, fuck your lawnmower. But it's really refreshing to read scripts that don't reach. You feel me? And so that's my thing. I believe in the purity of finding the real stuff and then making that into what we see as the spectacle rather than just making a spectacle, which is the way that Carey directs in general. He finds the human being to be it. That's all you need. You don't need the extra booms and bams. Like, he'll do the rest of it with how he shoots, but the script itself, that it just was that refreshing to not have a subject matter that I definitely lived through and had still have traumatic experiences with, but not feel like I have to revisit that space constantly. It's like I can breathe some, damn it.
Yeah.
Great job, everybody.
Medium popcorn, we are two niggas spoiling movies. Yeah. Brandon Collins, that's me, and Justin Brown for your movie needs. Medium popcorn, woo! You haven't seen it, well, we're gonna spoil it. Spoil it in your face. That's your warning. So if you get pissed, it's all your fault.